Sup guys, and welcome to Generically Yours, a channel that runs off creativity and a lot of coffee. And I mean a lot of coffee. Embarrassing amounts of coffee. For today's video, you have to know a little bit about my past. I've always been a collector. I've had large collections of several different things. One of the things when I was younger was Barbie dolls. We're talking actual collector here. Not taking them out of the box, not playing with them, just looking at them. Oh, they're so pretty on the shelf. And I would always think to myself, I want to repaint them. I want to repaint them into different characters or different celebrities, so on and so forth. But I know I'm going to need practice before I tackle the big ones I want to do with a lot of detail in the outfits and so on and so forth. I just need a really good starting point. Just one that might be simple. Just start out by dipping my toes in the water before I tackle the big ones. And the other day, I found a doll that might just let me do that. I found this one. I saw this one a while back when it was still full price. It was like a $20, $30 doll, and I'm thinking I'm not spending $20 or $30 to rip apart a doll that I may possibly ruin. Then the yellow sticker of joy happened, and I'm like, okay, that one I can afford now. But I looked at his face and I looked at his hair and I thought, you know what? This would be perfect to redo as a certain character. There's a certain VTuber that I absolutely love watching. His name is Kinthiris. He plays really out there video games, the kind that I like, the kind that are weird. He's chaotic as crap. And if you haven't heard of him, you should really check him out. But he has a VTuber Kinthiris, and then he has a PNG tuber he uses that we've lovingly dubbed Tinykin. When I saw this doll, I thought it'd be perfect for Tinykin because the slightly square face, the big eyes are already big and blue, and the hair is shaved on the sides and, long up top. So if I can manage to straighten it, I might just be able to get that little mohawk. Let's do this. Hopefully. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a quick, and I mean quick, and probably not very detailed unboxing of this doll. So if anybody is interested in seeing what's in there, because you're interested in this doll yourself, you'll be able to see. And if there's anything in there at all that I can reuse, I'll reuse it. It's probably going to be painted, but I'm going to reuse what I can. First, the very fast unboxing. I love l.o.l dolls because they're very alternative styled. So most of this clothes, including the little platform boots, I probably will have aside for later use. The only thing I ended up really reusing for this doll was the pants, which you'll see later I repaint and cut, and these little tiny platform sneakers. To make his shirt, I made a very simple pattern of a tank top, cut it out, cut it from the fabric, and then literally sewed it onto him, so it's not coming off. The hardest part was dealing with his hair, which I literally had to stand over the stove and boil his head in water so that the curls would come out so I could take a comb to it, and a hair straightener. The little shoes were perfect. I repainted them to Kinthiris' color palette, and honestly these shoes turned out so good that if they were my size, if I could find them in real life, I would probably wear these things because I love them. I really love that I was able to find my metallic silver paint and give it a little bit of metal work. It gives a little bit more of a tech kind of look to me. Like, they have little metal parts like bolted to the shoe is kind of what I was going for. This was the part making the pants that kind of hurt me a little bit. Cutting trip pants into shorts and painting them was kind of painful because I wanted the trip pants to live, but they couldn't live. They had to die. But they turned out so good. As you saw, I Mod Podged the shoes just to make sure they wouldn't rub off. I made him a pair of glasses out of a tiny piece of plastic. Mod Podged his hair, which made it hard enough that you could drop it and it's not going to move. And then I just painted his hair. And it is probably the easiest and cheapest way
to recolor a doll's hair. So just keep that in mind if you ever find yourself having to recolor a doll's hair. Just cutting out some of the details that I needed. I decided to give the box a more glitched kind of look because that's Kinthiris' whole thing, is that he's a glitch and he makes things glitch. And honestly, too, another part of this that was nerve-wracking was doing the face. First, I had to use acetone to get the eyebrows and the freckles off. And I watched acetone eat through what I thought was a thick, sturdy plastic cup. So putting that on this doll's face, after having come so far, was nerve-wracking. All I could think was, oh god, it's gonna eat through the doll's head. Please, please don't eat through the doll's head. So my answer to this was to wipe off the eyebrows and the freckles, and then quickly wash it off with soap and water, whatever was left. And luckily, the doll's head survived, so apparently I did something right. And then here you see me just repainting and reusing the shelf, and making it something a little bit more like maybe something you'd find in Kinthiris' own house. I put some retro games on it because he is forever been a gamer. And again, just decorating the box with some glitches. I feel like I found something that was definitely in his color palette. It went along with a lot of his color palette that he uses on his stream. The food items are just mini brands, and they were the perfect size. The tea jug is the jug that he does use for his thunder. If you know, you know. Another small detail I'm very proud of is that I edited the laptop to have one of Kinthiris' favorite games on it. And then back to more nerve-wracking. Each one of these freaking miniature strokes of this brush was premeditated. I literally had Tinykin the doll in one hand and a picture of Tinykin to my right, and I kept looking back and forth, and I did not put that brush down on that doll until I was 100% sure I knew where that line was going, because the last thing I wanted to do was to mess up that beautiful color gradient and have to fix it, because it was so perfect, and all I could think was, oh, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. But even though this is sped up, just know that this face up on the doll took literal hours. So many hours. But I feel like it was worth it. I really do. And the eyes with these little glitches, they are so cute. I've never really done eyes like this before, except for when I drew the original Tinykin and then on this doll. I think I might start doing eyes like this more because I love the fact it doesn't have like a really dark pupil. It's very sweet and innocent and cartoony, and I really do like it. And then here I am just putting the box together.
Well guys, he's done. Tinykin has survived the boiling of his head and came out the other side looking awesome. I have to say some of my favorite details are just how well the glitch marks turned out on his face and on his eye, neck, and arm. But also, the shoes. Like seriously, they are so detailed and so amazing. I freaking love these shoes so much. They turned out way better than I thought they were going to. And yes, I know it's a tiny, stupid detail, but it's my favorite tiny, stupid detail. I'm weird. But of course, Tinykin would not be complete without his very own collector box. Honestly, other than the shoes, this is probably my other favorite detail. I definitely wanted to have a display piece. As you can see, we've got the Twitch logo, Tinykin. Of course, good old Tinykin's name glitched out to perfection. Kinthiris on the side, socially glitched. The other side, a little bit more glitching. Then on the back, we've got an about me, the actual Kinthiris VTuber, and another Twitch logo. It also has his own little shelf in there. We've got the Thunder Jug, his laptop where he streams from with Borderlands, one of his favorite games, some good retro games down here, and of course some food to keep him going on those long streams. All in all, I can honestly say this has been one of my favorite projects. It's something that I'm incredibly proud of, and I'm going to really enjoy having this on my shelf. So guys, if you enjoyed yourself, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and hit it hard. And just as a reminder, do not forget that once I hit 500 subscribers on my channel, I will be giving away a art and coffee gift set, which includes several mini travel size art sets, a freakishly huge art set of 112 pieces, and it literally includes everything an artist could dream of to start with. Colored pencils, pastels, charcoal pencils, a freaking sketchbook, a little art dummy guy. Come on! This would be amazing to have as a beginning artist. And it's freaking heavy, guys. And of course, what is an art and coffee gift set without the coffee and a travel mug? Because yes, this is the channel that runs off coffee. A lot of it. So I had to do a gift set that included it, of course. In order to enter into that giveaway for that art and coffee gift set, just make sure you subscribe and comment on the video. From the video before this one up until I hit 500 subscribers, each video that you comment on is one entry into the giveaway. So go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think of Tinykin. How do you think he stacked up against the picture? Have you watched Kinthiris? Have you seen one of his streams? He's a pretty funny guy. So make sure you catch his streams. I will definitely put a link in the description below. So make sure to check him out. And don't forget guys, on your way out, it means a lot to the channel. And it helps more than you think it does. Slap that like on it.